Hey everybody! Over the past couple of days I've been noticing a couple more comments about people asking where my email is, and it's right here folks, beginning of the video. Also remember to support me on Patreon and like, comment, and subscribe because YouTube is kinda sucky now. Hello out there, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with a minifigure Patreon reward for Colley. Colley wanted me to make Spiney, another Mario enemy. Although not in the normal yellow and red color scheme that we normally see. Colley pointed out this little image of the sprite artwork and wanted me to do the black and red one from the middle. I mentioned that it looks kind of blue and red, but she said something about this being the color palette, and it's actually, supposed to be like black, so that's what we're doing. Now, because Spiney is basically a turtle shell, I figured that this was a good opportunity for me to try my hand at making a 3D model to see if I could print the minifigure rather than having to sculpt the entire thing from scratch. So what you're seeing here is my very first attempt at making a 3D model that I intended to make for someone else rather than just a home experiment. This is made in Tinkercad, which is a very basic, simple thing that comes with a whole bunch of preloaded shapes. It's not all that versatile, but like I said, this is a nice, simple form. Although, I decided after making that first spike to just, not make the spikes because it was really hard lining them up on that shell, and I figured I could mold them so much faster than I could model them. So this is still kind of a hybrid figure, which is only partially 3D printed with some hand sculpting still in there. So once I had it 3D printed out, it looked like this, and I was pretty satisfied that I didn't try to make all those spikes because the one spike I did make came out all weird. I think at this scale, making the sharp point was just, I really had to mess with the temperature settings, and I just do not know how to set the temperature and extrusion settings to make a fine point like that appear sharp and normal looking, so I just used it as the core to build the actual spines around. Along, of course, with these 6 other spines, which actually adhere quite nicely to the 3D printed plastic, possibly because of the ridges, and a little bit along the rim to get rid of that obvious seam from where the 2 toroids don't quite blend into each other. I figured it would be a lot easier to just sculpt that seam over rather than break my brain over trying to figure out how to make it look smoother in the modeling process. So with that done, all that was left was the painting. Now, again, Colley wanted the red and black scheme, where basically the head of the figure is black, and the shell and the feet are red, and the spines and the ridge of the shell are white. And plus I gave him 2 little glowing white dot eyes because, in this aesthetic they look kind of cute that way. So that's basically all there is to it. We got my very first 3D printed minifigure that I made for someone else. Yeah, I still got a couple of other minifigures to make, and I'm going to see if I can do this hybrid style for a more humanoid-looking character. But we'll be talking about that next time. For now, this is Wake Angel 2001, signing off.